Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck. We are covering a top 50 Bant Mutate deck here, my friends. Super excited about this one. This is by Ubelstar. Ubelstar made it in the top 50 pretty early in the season. I really like this list. I think it's unique and certainly excited here to play it for you today. Now, if you do have questions or comments throughout the video, please let me know down below. You guys can absolutely hop in the Discord server. That's there for you too. Now, additionally, feel free to hop towards the section of the episode today that makes sense for you with the timestamps down below. We have the strategy objective of this deck list. We'll talk about how you're going to board for your best of 3 match. We're going to go play some competitive Magic here in both best of 1 and best of 3. And then, my friends, we'll talk about where this may sit in today's meta. So with that, Planeswalkers, as always, appreciate your support. Flip me a like if you guys enjoy the video. And let's hop into it here because we got a lot to go through. So first off, we got a Bant Mutate deck. So we got Mutate as the core mechanic here. Now, a couple of cool things. We got Umari the Collector here, obviously as our companion. So each non-land card in our starting deck shares its card type. So that's going to be creature for everything. This is a fully creature-based deck. We got a nice curve here, some indestructible, a couple 2-drops, ramp. We got the good old Scoot Swarm going on. Some pretty nifty mutate stuff at the top end, plus our friend Toski here for some additional draw engine. We get some bounce, and then Auspicious Clerics here for one of those lovely, let's just flood the board deals. So very excited to play this one. A couple of callouts here with the strategy. Core Blade Master is a big one. One, this guy's got double strike and it's a warrior. We don't have any equipment, but it's not a human, so perfect target for us to mutate onto, because mutate, we can cast this spell for its mutate cost, target non-human creature we own. So very good to know. A nice little setup there for this deck as well, my friends. So it's really kind of a mid-rangey deck here. We see a lot of the power at the top end. We got some early evasion or some things to deal with, and then obviously blowouts in terms of going wide here with the Scoot Swarm landfall kind of a deal. So Planeswalkers, that is the strategy objective of this deck. Playing the curve, getting things loaded, drilling down with our mutate, and leveraging that ability to take us home here today. Now, we're going to talk about the sideboard here for a best of 3 matches, because this is pretty important in terms of obviously the best of 3. And we'll break it down for you in terms of aggro, the mid-range, and the late game decks today. So first off, aggro, the big thing is you're really going to want this curve to come towards the other end where we can. A big one, in my opinion, is you can have L-Seed there for protection. You can also leverage Scavenging Ooze as well if you need. We got Garruk's Harbinger as a lower curve guy if we have as well, in case we run into the our friends running black or have some kill spells, those kinds of things. And we got Scoot Swarm. I like Scoot Swarm here actually against some of the aggro stuff as well, because we can begin to just really go wide and stack, like I said. Personally, I think what I would do in terms of this deck is a few things. When we do flip some of these in, I would think about either, hey, we can gain the life back. We may not need Gem Razor. It's a good one still. I like the ramp. But you could always drop Pouncing Shore Shark. Go a little bit easier here on our mutate. It's nice to keep pushing creature decks back, but it makes it easier on the land drops, a little bit more consistent. That's an easy one to flip in. We are running 25 lands, so you could also cut that island if you wanted to and go to 24, pull that curve forward. The other things that you can evaluate, I like Toski Bearer Secrets, like we talked about in terms of that draw engine that you saw yesterday with the Selesnya deck. Nice to keep that one, but again, something else that you can think of, but dropping a mutate on top of him, something like this, and giving it indestructible is pretty powerful too. So those are a couple spots. I'm okay with dropping a Cub Warden if you want. I still like the ramp if you're going to keep this stuff at the top, and I like it also for Scoot. So keep those things in mind. But I think those are some decent trade-offs there. Then when we move into the mid-range, we're kind of already in that spot. Again, it's more so about protection if you need it, in my opinion, or getting stuff out of the graveyard there with Scavenging Ooze. And then again, same with Garruk's Harbinger, just for some extra protection against black. So aggro decks really mono red, mono white aggro, mono white Lifegain. Boros aggro, you can start to begin to throw in the Naya decks. We bridge that into mid-range with Gruul Adventures, Naya Adventures. Also You can think about the Jund Sack and Rakdos Sack decks that you still may run into. And then also as we move over towards some of the other traditional ones, we got Rakdos mid-range and other decks that are going to leverage Graveyard. Then you may hit something like an Izzet Tempo as well. And then particularly when we do line up against more of those kill spell decks, we'll evaluate things like Garruk's Harbinger or Scavenging Ooze if we need to pull something out. I don't mind pulling out Pouncing Short Shark because we're not going to get value if we can't push things back, so that's an easy cut in the non-creature based decks. Also with some of those late game decks we'll talk about in a second. Those are all good calls. The other one might be Skewed Swarm, pulling out a Skewed Swarm, and really focusing the curve around those things as well as an option for you there too. Now, as we transition out of that mid-range game into the late game, you will face things like the Ultimatum decks, both teamer, 2 turns, as well as potentially Emergent. We begin to line up against things like Esper Doom and some of these other control decks that are starting to pop up, Dimir, the Azor's Fable deck as well. So those are all considerations. Again, late game here, Elseed's Life's Bounty to protect your guys, maybe not so much a Skewed Swarm, potentially Scavenging Ooze to pull things out of the graveyard if you need to. It's nice, again, just to kind of help you with that spot. But then the last thing I do want to talk about, and again, similar style here, you can flip those out, that gives you 5 to kind of play around with, and then some of the other stuff in here that doesn't make sense, you can easily flip out as well, like the Skewed. For some of those late game decks, is the lineup against rogues. Rogues in and of itself, you got to think about a little bit differently. Chainweb Arachner is going to be the big one, and Scavenging Ooze, potentially Garruk's Harbinger. That's 9 that you can flip in. I would dump out Pouncing Short Shark. Then I would look at actually potentially Skewed Swarm as a good option. And then in this space, we could always drop the Club Warden as well, because you're not really going to need that life gain per se. So that, my friends, is the aggro, the mid-range, the late game lineup, and that special little consideration for our rogues deck. So let's go ahead now, and we're going to jump into some competitive Magic here. Very excited to play Ubelstar's top 50 deck. Now quickly here on our profile, we're right around 1500. So tomorrow we will jump into actually competitive play again. I just wanted to do a quick true analysis to see how long it takes. About 10 days, the last 1500 spots. So it's a little faster now than the 100 that we were thinking, which is good to know. It certainly accelerated right around that 500 pace. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump into play here and play with our deck. So yesterday we did a Selesnya Toski one. Today we're doing a Bant Mutate deck. I'm pretty excited, as I mentioned. So for those of you that are joining right now, we talked about the deck list, the strategy, and then how we're going to board for a best of 3 lineup. Currently almost right out of 1500. So we've been doing a nice little thing for science here for Magic to see how long you can sit. I had no expectations of staying in the top 1500, and I'm looking forward to getting back into some ranked competitive play, particularly for our Twitch games, you guys. So we go first. Let's see what we got. It's gonna be too slow. We're gonna mulligan here. Hopefully this is a little bit better. It looks a little bit better. I will probably drop this guy. And I'm just debating because we can ramp. And we'll be able to thin there. Don't need the blue right now. So we can wait and see. As always, Planeswalkers, appreciate the support. Flip me a like if you enjoy it, and other great ways to support the channel down below. All right, we got our Toski. Probably a cycle deck, maybe? I don't know. Certainly a rogues deck. Could be a rogues deck. Let's see what we're going to hit here. Plus, I also want to do one more day of seeing some creative play decks here with M. Jurgelin. Now, we don't need the double green, so we're okay there. We'll drop our blue. That's going to be a big one. We're going to do this first. And we'll load up Toski for some draws here. Ooh. Ouch. I think Club Warden's 2 of those, so let's do that. Go grab our green here, I think. We're gonna have to flip this guy onto grab that. Now we got to be careful not to accidentally sacrifice that. So getting Toski off was going to hurt. That certainly hurt us here. Now, we could have blocked the Hateful Eidolon, but wanted to wait there. Ouch. So now we're going to have a problem there because they can keep pulling that back too. Oh, not the right mana base. And if we play him, we can't do anything because they'll just keep killing it. Oh, we're in so much trouble now. Not a good deck for this one to be playing. Go creature. All right, that's a good game, my friends. We'll go into our next one. So really bad matchup there for us. That's okay though. I liked what they did. They made a Dimir enchantment deck with Lurrus. Not a bad idea, my friends. All right, let's go ahead here into our next matchup. Ooh, long day. All right, so let's see what we got going on. That is one challenge here when we do look at pure-based creature decks like this. They are a little bit open, but on the flip side with the mutate stuff, we know once we get it going, it just doesn't stop. So we'll see if we can pivot here and get some better action here for our best of one matches. All right, we can keep this. Almost a similar play line here. Uh-oh. If we hit another enchantment deck, though, my friends, could be hurting. We'll see. As long as they don't have any direct kill spells. All right, so double Toski here. Block there. In case they want to pull these back from the graveyard. Oof. It's that double green. So let's do this. We'll crack that guy. One, two, three, four, five. We can mutate again next turn. Two creatures will put speaker big enough. Oop, not big enough. Got a blue, so we're okay there. There we go. Perfect. So now we see the deck in action here. So good news is Toski still has Indestructible. Creature. We got Umari back in. Oof. Let's see if we can go find anything here. We need to keep enough up. There we go. All right. Now we don't have to worry too much about their flyers. All right, here we go. We'll keep doing this. We could have swung in to get a little bit over the top as well. And really reload, but I'm playing cautious here for the time being. We're gonna do this to really load the board. Ooh, and the double Toski, because that guy. Oh, nice. Very nice. We could have done that sooner. That was a miss on my side. Gonna do this. We'll go under. Keep that one. Bunch of scutes. And we can just block now if we need to. Next turn will probably be close to lethal. Oof. That's a lot of stuff, my friends. How much do we got left in the deck? 22 cards. Oof. Let's see. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We get Shore Shark. So we want to keep Shore Shark. We can wait a turn too. We'll wait. We'll wait. Could have put him on a flyer, I guess. That's all right. Ooh, put it on Core Blade Master. That's where we're going. All right, 1, 2, 3, and we got 2 of these guys. Good swing in with all this. We'll wait 1 more turn before we swing in with everything. He's still got indestructible. All right, so we're close. We should be close to lethal here. Yes, love it. Super, super fun deck. Nice to know that we can do the Toski twice. Really get some draw engine going, my friends. Nice little trick. I should have thought about that sooner. Read the cards. All right, on to our third and final best of 1 here. And we'll go from here. I'm the prequel. Ooh, that bunch of scoots. Let's do it. We'll give it a shot. See if we can make it work. Ooh, mono green ramp, maybe. It can go dig, which is a problem. Let's see what they play first, though. I'm gonna let them go grab. That's a big problem. We just gotta flood the board though. Ooh, good, they missed. Toski. Doing this first. Let's go grab a green. It's gonna be whoever can flood first. Now we did get the only 2 scutes out of this deck. Now I will do 1. So now what we can do is really draw engine. Ooh, the core. Next, we're going to get a bunch of scute bodies. Oh, Ugin. We're not going to get a bunch of scute bodies. Because Ugin's going to exile everything. That's too bad. I'm gonna wait on that guy. Now they need a creature. All right, so what do we do? What do we do? We do this for sure. Oh, bummer. All right, they got it. All right, on to our best of 3 match, my friends. Pretty fun though, super cool deck. Really like that with the Mutate and the Toski. Very, very interesting. Certainly stuff that you could do and go like the Selesnya stuff that we played yesterday, or the Bant, and then pull Mario and play some other protection cards, kind of a thing there. So let's go ahead now and play our traditional standard play. Again, there's that Selesnya Toski deck that we did yesterday. Today, the Bant deck. Now we haven't hit any of the sharks yet, which is too bad. And we got blown out by the Ugin. So but you know, only fair because we are playing a bunch of tokens. All right, K Marganar. We'll play first. Do we get there's what we were talking about? Should we try it? We'll keep it. It's gonna be slow against a late game deck. We'll see. Oh, I like that skewed, but we need some lands. Oh, I like that Toski too. If we don't hit a land here, oof, really, really bad. Really bad. In terms of our odds, wasn't good. We moved through 3 or 4 cards there at a 50%, so it's real bad. And now if we continue to get stuck, it's going to be kind of like a rematch from yesterday with our best of 3 where we just got slammed. Oh my gosh. Slammed when we got to our best of 3 line. And this is going to be a... and this will be a lovely multi-emergent deck, I'm sure, too. There we go. So we can play this guy. That would have stuck. That would have been nice. That would have been 8 damage. I think we would have been at lethal this turn. They don't have enough for emergent yet. Oops. Let's grab our blue. So if they play Yori in here, all we got to do is pop it back with Short Shark. As long as they don't have a counterspell. There they go. So let's see what they pull. The pull could be life and death here. We'll do that. We'll give them Valky. They can choose what they want to hit. Well, now they can minus.
I can work with that.
Yeah, that wasn't a good spot there either way.
fight someone else.
Ooh.
Share in my pain.
If we would have been on curve, we would have won this match. We would have won because we would have had one more turn. We would have done 8 damage or more. So, all right, we're going to go to the next match because we're not coming back from that. So go wide on this one. Can work. Harbinger can work. LC can work. Pouncing's not good here. Let's drop that. We did get to see pouncing though, so I'm okay with that. 3 left. 3 left. What do we want to take out? We don't really need the life gain. Could use that. There, we'll do that. All right. We'll see if we can pull this off. Short Shark wasn't bad against Vorniclex, but that's all that this deck really has for creatures. There we go. This looks much better. And we don't need to play blue. You don't want to slow down our curve. So the trick here is get this guy on the board. So we'll swing in with both, load it up, and get some draws. Then we need to get some big stuff. Killer counter there, maybe. Alright, so we go like this. Then we really drop. Go grab our white. Let's see what we can hit. Don't know if we're gonna be able to beat it, but we'll find out. I'm gonna be real close. We needed the core guy. I will get 2. Bear puts us at 7. Ugh. Here comes ultimatum. Called it. Shoot. That's a bummer. Evens, we need a 3. It's fine, we'll lose both our Toskis. Ooh. Let's see if we can come back. There we go. We need some mutate going on here, guys. And gals. Let's see what we can do. Oof. We might, I don't know. It's gonna be close. We'll see if we can bring it back. Oh, third one. Man, they hit all these. I gotta send everything, you guys. we're in trouble. They can bounce everything that they have. And they can make some 8/8 Krakens. Oh, it's so sad. Alright, we're gonna call it game, because we're not coming back from that. Oh, rough one today, my friend. Super fun though, but rough. Really liked the deck. Think it was fun. I like the Scute, the Mutate, all that stuff. It was good to see this hit top 50 as well. Certainly a different meta now than it was at the beginning of the season, particularly because it was more aggro and creature focused. That is a bad deck for this one to play for sure. Late game decks are not fans of the creature-based decks, or creature-based decks are not fans of the late game decks. Should have been the other way around. So with that, my friends, let's talk about it here. We did 1 in 2 in best of 1, and then we lost in our best of 3 lineup there. Certainly, you know, kind of some opportunities. If it would have hit the curve first in that first match, we certainly could have took that down, which is a bummer. Very fun though. I really enjoyed this deck. Between this one and yesterday's though, I think yesterday's version is a little bit more streamlined. I think having some ability at some other stuff outside just creature based, nonetheless very fun. I think between the two, so using that as kind of a benchmark, I want to say this one's probably more so now given where things are at with the meta. Bottom of the tier 2 list, maybe even tier 3, for certainly best of 3, maybe for best of 1 even too. Still a fairly aggro dominated meta. I think this does hold up okay. I think it would struggle against the Lifegain deck. Potentially a lot of linearity though, and hitting the right things like any deck, you can perform. So probably bottom of tier 2. So we'll go with that for today, my friends. Really enjoyed the deck. If you do have questions or comments, let me know down below. Happy to hear from you there. And then also feel free to hop in the Discord server, my friends, if you need another point there too. Toss me a like if you liked today's video or the deck list. This one again was a top 50 deck by Star. Love the deck, super fun. Wish we could have got Pouncing Shore Shark some more play. We did get it in once there today though. So Planeswalkers, until next time, you guys stay safe. Stay tuned because we got a lot of things coming your way. We got tier lists coming. We got our weekly meta update. We did a collab deck or a collaboration with Charizard James. You guys should absolutely check that out too. Super fun. So great way to support the channel down below as well, my friends. You guys can stay in touch. Love to see you. Stay tuned. A lot more, like I said, coming your way. Mythras out.